ginamit ko dati. Ang feel ako. Hindi, may camera din sa digital flash. Yun lang yung may video na kasi sa picture. Pero think about it, there's some features that require some sandali lang.
Science debate championship 20. May please ask everyone to stand up for the opening
So let us remember that we are in the Lord God, thank you for this very wonderful afternoon, O Lord. Thank you for letting us be here and to be gathered, O Lord. Lord, may you bless this debate, O Lord. May you illuminate the minds of the participants, O Lord. And may you also illuminate the minds of the adjudicators, O Lord. Lord, we thank you for the time, for them to be gathered here today, O Lord. For them to recollect, O Lord. And for them to guide the future of SDC, O Lord. Lord, we ask that you guide those who will continue to lead SDC, O Lord. And we also pray for those who
Going to the for the affirmative and MPs for the negative.
Here.
I will first introduce our panel of adjudicators for this afternoon. Starting from my left, we have Mr. Dennis Bagaporo.
Here.
We have Mr. Son Patrick Perfecto. We have Miss Katrina Miranda.
Here.
Mr. Allen Bautista.
Here.
Ezekiel Arteta. Mr. Jasper Gopez. And from Arteta. I now leave the floor to Chief Adjudicator.
So I'd like to welcome everybody to the finals round. I'm glad that you guys are all able to participate today. Let's have fun with today's motion. I hope that you found it enjoyable to make arguments about, or if not enjoyable, at least challenging. Having said that, today we'll be debating on the motion that this House believes that Miley Cyrus's VMA performance encourages body positivity. I'm looking forward to good arguments from both sides. With that said, I'd like to open this debate by calling on the first speaker of the affirmative.
Here.
Good morning. Miley Cyrus VMA performance, wherein she worked in front of a huge audience alongside Robert Thicke, brought negative remarks to a mass audience of people, to a mass number of people. We believe that we should not just focus on the sexual superficial implications of this performance, but to look at the deeper implication of this act. This House believes that Miley Cyrus' VMA performance encourages body positivity. But first, I would like to define the terms that on our motion. Body positivity means confidence on oneself, on one's features, one's own body features, and what one does to his or her body. The stakeholders in this debate are the viewers of the performance, society, Miley Cyrus, and of course the women in general. So first speaker, I would like to tackle on what this performance teaches about the society, while my very able second speaker will talk about how this performance gave a positive outcome in the women's position. We all know that in Miley Cyrus' performance, she showed off a bit of, well, not a bit of, but more skill in her performance. We believe that this teaches the viewers to be confident and proud about their body. This teaches the people that we should be proud of one's own assets. That we should be confident in facing one of our society's problems, which is the society standards of beauty. We believe that just because you do not fit to the society standards of beauty does not mean that you are not beautiful, that you are ugly. Because society standards changes from time to time and we should not abide by them. What matters here is that we are confident with our own body. We are proud of it because we are born with this body and we are the ones responsible for our body state. We are fat. People are fat because they eat too much. People are thin because they do not eat too much. People are muscular. People are built because they exercise and the like. So we are responsible for our body state and we should not be, we should be proud of it because it's our hard work. Our next argument is that this performance teaches us, or rather, Miley Cyrus teaches us that we should not limit ourselves from what society expects us to be. We all know that Miley Cyrus rise from the showbiz industry through the role of Hannah Montana. And after this show ended, people still expected her to be Hannah Montana, or what Hannah Montana is. Hannah Montana was this girl next door, nice girl, and people expected Miley to retain this image. While after this performance, the change from this image to this performance allowed shock the people, shock the masses, and it gave off diverse reviews and insights. More, some negative, some positive. We believe that this shows that we should not limit ourselves to what society expects us to be. It shows that we should be the one who is in control of our own body. We should be the one who makes the choices in what we do with our body. We should be proud of our body because and we should do what we want with our body, not abiding by what the society thinks we should be. We believe, well, for an example here is that when somebody is thin, when somebody is muscularly built, and people expect them to still be muscularly built in the future, because people expect them to still take care of their body fitness. But if that person chooses to be fat, chooses not to care of his own body anymore, he should not limit himself to what the society thinks that it's bad, what the society expects him to do, but on what he wants to do, and rely on his freedom to do what he wants. So, see, guys, there are no points of information.
Yes, yes, sir.
You get the best of both worlds. Mix it all together and you know that it's the best of both worlds. Most of you may recognize this song from Disney's Hannah Montana, played by the very own Miley Cyrus. This show was a great hit among teenage viewers, especially teenage girls, not only in America but also all around the world. When Miley grew up, she left Disney and continued to become an international pop star. Among her many performances, one of her most controversial performances was at the VMA Awards alongside Robin Thicke. Many critics viewed this performance as vulgar, malicious, and provocative. That is why we strongly disagree that it promotes body positivity. I will talk about why the opposition thinks that it is not encouraging body positivity, while my very able deputy leader of the opposition will talk about the effects of her performance among different aspects of the society. So before I start my speech, I would like to rebut some points given by the Prime Minister. First, he said that we should be proud of our body, we should be proud of our assets, and that we should not constitute the social standards given by the society, and that we should not be ashamed of what we have and in showing the parts of our body. But I would like to ask, does bringing out of beauty only imply when you show skin? Do you have to strip off your clothes, do provocative stuff just to prove that you are beautiful? Do you? And the opposition side strongly disagrees that that is the standard of beauty, that you should show all the parts of your body, whether you're thick or you're fat or you're thin, just to be called beautiful. Second is that they said that we are in control of our body, so we can do what we want with it. Isn't it that the society today, we're having a lot of issues on how we people today abuse our body by taking in drugs, by being sexually active, and is it not that, yes, we do what we want with our body, but it's not in accordance with what the church wants, what we should be doing. Okay. So, to start with our argument, I would like to reiterate that Miley Cyrus was a sensation, especially to the youth. So with her acts of twerking and showing a lot of skin in public, and especially in that awards wherein there are a lot of audiences, her performance may cause psychological effects to those viewers. How? Those who idolize her may imitate her, thinking that, oh, since Miley did this, it's gonna be normal. It's like, when you idolize someone, you want to imitate them. Second is that these young girls, and also probably these young males may become provocative because of her actions. Because Miley is promoting those kinds of actions which are sexually active and all that. So these youth may think that it's just part of the status quo, that it's normal and you can just do it anywhere you want, whether or not people are looking. Third is that because of her status as an international pop idol, these people who look up to her will just imitate what she is doing, and that is why we disagree that her performance at the VMA Awards encourages body positivity. My second point is that if it really did encourage body positivity, then why did people, especially even considering those from the industry, from the music industry, why did they react negatively if they knew that it was just a performance? I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of reactions from Will Smith and Rihanna, which showed faces like, and you know, their shocked faces clearly showed that they did not see that as something positive. Okay. And another of these negative comments is that the end of her performance, there were already a lot of bashing in Twitter. She was already trending, and it was not actually great. It was not good comments. They were saying, why did Miley do this? Why did Miley strip off her clothes and just wear her underwear? So, with a lot of, and most Twitter users are the youth today. So, in saying that it promotes body positivity, we would like to disagree with that. Next is that her performance, after that performance, she was featured in a lot of articles which clearly show that the media people also did not think that it was a good form of entertainment. So, to sum up my speech, I would like to reiterate what our side wants and what our side believes in, and that this House believes that Miley Cyrus' performance at the VMA Awards does not encourage body positivity, but instead promote vulgarity, body maliciousness, and disrespect to the body. And with that, I would like to rest my case.
Speaker spoke for 6 minutes and 28 seconds.
To show beauty. We are implying that there are deeper linings to this. If you become nude, is it wrong? We stated that we should not just focus on such sexual, superficial implications to this, but to look at deeper implications of the act. First, we have empowerment of such act. And second, we have societal responsibilities. On empowerment, Miley Cyrus' performance empowers women to be as free as their male counterpart to be. It changes the unjust views of when men shows a lot of skin, when men shows their six-pack, their biceps or such. For them, it is okay. But when women shows off more skin, the mass thinks of it wrongly. On societal responsibilities, women before were limited. Through Madonna, who's actually a veteran VMA performer, it shows that the mass should not limit on what the female population should do with their bodies. Yet, this so-called freedom, there are limits to this. Samely, Miley Cyrus' performance has a deeper lining. Now, you say that it's all over the world. We have children watching this. We have other stars who had different remarks. These remarks don't account to what the person thinks of it. So, when a person thinks of it, it's good. For other people, you think of it as bad. As we said, there are deeper linings to this. Being nude is not of such a bad act. It's considered an art also. Though, being an art has certain factors to it. We say that it does empower women. Now, Miley's performance on twerking, does it really seem to be awful to you? Some people do think it's just nothing. If you don't like it, why watch it? Then why not ignore it? If you don't like what Miley did, why make a big fuss of it? Then do ignore it then.
So if you would like to say now, should we say art? Let's make the moral list.
Immorality is not always the case here. We may be rational beings. We know which one is right and which one we should avoid. If I want to strip here right now, what do you think of me? A prostitute? Yes, but maybe I have key concepts. I have ideas why I have to be nude right now. I want to show you that it's not just the male population showing off more skin. Stated, Madonna had an impact to the society. Same now as Miley, though we as people, as the mass, we have different perspectives on weighing this. Yet, when you look at deeper linings, it would then imply that there are good effects to such act, stating the ask on societal responsibilities and empowerment. You don't have to strip to show that you are beautiful. That's why when Miley did such, it's not just the point of stripping here, but the point of how she does manipulate the stage, manipulate the crowd, the mass. On men, remember Robin, when he tried to do something to Miley manipulated in the sense that Miley had to push Robin out. That's on part of women, that women has their rights also in society. As we did state that it's not always on sexual, superficial implications. For that, I do resonate.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate again our stand in this debate. This House believes that Miley Cyrus VMA performance does not encourage body positivity. Instead, it promotes vulgarity and maliciousness as said by the leader of the opposition. Before I proceed with my arguments, let me first rebut some of the points given by the government side. First, they say that this act shows confidence and that the act of showing one's skin shows confidence and being proud of one's body. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is not the only way to be proud of one's body. Because it is something immoral in the eyes of the society, ladies and gentlemen. If we were going to think of something more moral act to prove that we are really proud of our body, then we must have done this, not that act of showing skin just like Miley Cyrus did in her VMA performance. Next, ladies and gentlemen, they said that one is responsible for their own body state. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask, are you really showing responsibility if you are going to show your skin to the public and do those acts of twerking and sexual acts of doing in the front of the public? Isn't it irresponsible to yourself? Next, ladies and gentlemen, the government side also said that the act that one person do should not abide to what society thinks. So, ladies and gentlemen, the world is not only bound to oneself. Remember that we live within the society. So, we are not, so as a famous saying said, no man is an island. So, we live in a society, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot overgeneralize that we are only concerned about ourselves because we are living in a society, ladies and gentlemen. Next, ladies and gentlemen, they said that there is always a deeper lining in this act. So, let me reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, that before you see that deeper lining, you are seeing first, or the public is seeing first, the superficial manifestations of those acts. So, ladies and gentlemen, they are simply overgeneralizing their case that we should go to the deeper lining of this act because that is important. But, ladies and gentlemen, let us consider the public because the ones that they saw is the act itself, not the deeper lining that the government side is saying, ladies and gentlemen. So, it is the act itself that the audience are really considering first. Next, ladies and gentlemen, they said that nudity is not a bad act, but it is a form of art. Now, the government side are overgeneralizing in this case, ladies and gentlemen, because nudity is, they should have defined nudity as an art more clearly if they said that as an argument, ladies and gentlemen. Lastly, they said that if you don't like the act itself, then why do you watch it? Now, our point here, ladies and gentlemen, is that remember that the act is publicized, meaning it is televised, it was uploaded in the internet, so there is no way that the audience will not watch it. So, let me start with my arguments, ladies and gentlemen. For my first argument, if there will be a misconception among women that the act of twerking or the act that Miley Cyrus did during her performance in VMA is a good act, is something, a moral act, and it is the only act that will encourage body positivity, ladies and gentlemen. So, in this way, we can see that it is something wrong. It is something immoral in a sense. So, as said by the leader of the opposition, ladies and gentlemen, exposing one's skin is not the only way of showing that you are proud of your body, that you are positive regarding your views on your body, ladies and gentlemen. So, we should think of something more proper act because remember that we are publicly doing it. We are doing it for the society. We are doing it in the eyes of the society, ladies and gentlemen. So, we must consider the society in doing those acts, ladies and gentlemen, of doing these acts of expressing one's positivity on one's body. On my second point, ladies and gentlemen, it lowers the sense of dignity and morality among women. Since Miley Cyrus, ladies and gentlemen, during her performance in the VMA she became a representation of the women during those times, ladies and gentlemen, because she represented the women in her body and in her act itself. So, if you were a woman and you watched that performance, isn't it that there will be a feeling of shame in your part as a woman because you know that that act is not something which is right. So there will be a feeling of shame and a feeling of discomfort as a woman because you know that it is something which is not right or not rational as a person or as a man, ladies and gentlemen. So the act is not showing the dignity or the morality that Miley Cyrus should have reflected during that performance, ladies and gentlemen. So, for my last point, there will be a general misconception among males that women are sexually aggressive. Since, as I said a while ago, Miley Cyrus is a representation of the woman during those times when she did that. So, there will be a disrespect among the men who watch those. Since Miley Cyrus is a representation of the woman, then the male will definitely be, there will be a disrespect among women. So they say that there will be equality. Actually, there will be no, the government side said that there will be equality if Miley Cyrus did this. Actually, there will be a greater inequality because men will start to disrespect women more because of what Miley Cyrus did, ladies and gentlemen. So before I end my speech, I would like to reiterate again our stand in this debate. This House believes that Miley Cyrus' VMA performance does not encourage body positivity. Instead, it promotes vulgarity and maliciousness. I would like to end my speech.
Here.
Before you begin, I'd like to remind both houses that we're going to be doing reply speeches for this debate. So for the speakers assigned to do their reply speeches, start it.
So reply speakers will come from the constructive speakers, so either of the first or the second speaker.
Okay, you may continue whenever you're ready.
Madam Chair and Mr. Chairs, let me show you the situation of Miley Cyrus when she performed in the during her VMA performance. There's in the news that she and Liam Hemsworth, her former boyfriend, is having a misunderstanding, or to the point that they're going to split up, they're going to break up. Then she performed this. It goes to show that women women is not easily controlled by what their boyfriends or by what men primarily do to them. And Miley has been emotionally hurt by Liam Hemsworth's decisions to break up with him. But it goes to show that with her performance, with her confidence, that it goes to show that women can stand alone and women can be independent from every decision, from every act that men do to them. And one issue that I would like to rebut here is that the issue of morality. What is morality? In a world with different notions of what is good and what is bad, what will be the common? What will be? We have very diverse beliefs. We have very diverse views because we're basically in a free society. So by saying it's immoral, how immoral is it? How immoral was Miley Cyrus' performance if the notions of morality will be different from one notion to another? Some people would think it is bad, but others it will good. But by saying that it is immoral, you're saying that you're overgeneralizing that people think it's immoral. People think that Miley Cyrus' performance was immoral. And let me reiterate what the meaning of body positivity here. Body positivity means confidence. Confidence in oneself. And it does not necessarily mean by showing more skin. Confidence means being able to express yourself, being able to liberate yourself from your oppressors, from what your feelings. It's being able to primarily express yourself. And by Miley Cyrus' performance, it shows confidence. It shows body positivity in the form of confidence. And let me tell you that the VMA performance caters to the general public. General public when there is, again, diverse people who have different beliefs on what is right and what is wrong. And by saying that people saying it's immoral, how immoral it is. What's your meaning of immoral? What's the meaning of their immoral, Madam Chair? Saying that the church says, they even include the church here. I mean, you do not include morality here. It's out of context in the debate when you include morality, when we only define body positivity in the form of confidence regarding of whether it's right or wrong. It shows confidence. And one of the arguments they said is that women, because of Miley Cyrus' performance, male will think female will be sexually aggressive. We would like to disagree with that because we have different views, and by saying men in general, it's kind of overgeneralizing. It's overgeneralizing that men will think women will be sexually aggressive. It's too soon to say that men will think women will be sexually aggressive. And of society we are in a free society. Generally, we're in a free society. And if we have different views, we have different morals, we have our own standards of morality here. If that's what they want, morality, then primarily we have different standards of morality here, Madam Chair. And in times like this, with diversity of beliefs, and when someone performed that is really out of bounds, out beyond your bounds of morality, I think the best way is just to completely ignore it. I mean, we are not here to instill, to promote, to instill, or to force them to accept your morality. It's about your respect to others, to other means of morality. And like what I've said, we're in a very free society, and if you don't want Miley Cyrus' performance, then just turn off the TV, ignore it. And they're saying that why did the stars react negatively in those pictures? I mean, pictures tell 1,000 words. You know, it's just a split-second moment. You know, you might be photographed with a sad whatever. What we mean here is that there are different notions of morality here. And morality, it's just a matter of accepting, it's just a matter of seeing the confidence which body positivity is all about. With that, I rest my case.
One hour na yun, ha? 1 hour. 1 hour.
Let us tackle on what had happened to the debate. First and foremost, I think that the government side, they were too generalized in what they were saying. So, I would like to point out that this is just full of rebuttals, and I would like to say that there were no proper issues that were tackled in this, and I would like to tackle, first and foremost, the issues that were presented in this debate. First, it is whether or not we should look on the deeper or superficial aspect of this act. The government side, we should look inside. But I would like to say that on our side, it is a celebrity. We're looking at a celebrity. Miley Cyrus is a celebrity. And as she is a celebrity, she's also a person. As a person, she's part of the society. Meaning, the people or the audience, tend to look at the superficial aspect first. So, for example, I am watching Miley Cyrus on TV at VMA, and I saw her. Wow, she's looking at she's wearing a type strip teddy bear on her boobs, and then she's wearing this kind of bra and underwear. So, oh my God! So that would greatly affect. That would have psychological effects on me as well, as said by the opposition. And they were saying that it's only on showing the skin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not only showing the skin. It is about the whole performance. What Miley Cyrus did was, she went out with the big teddy bear, and then swatched her hair, and then with her tongue out, What you're saying is that, if I do this to you people, wouldn't that be kind of course it would affect you, it would affect other people as well. So wouldn't that be kind of irrational on my part? As they were saying, it is an irrational part. So, what's the point of this? Right. They say also that people are diverse. But I question it that it's not if they're questioning the morality, we have already set standards as society, as we have said a while ago, that the opposition side, that we are in part of a society, so we already have set standards for these kinds of measures. So we have these kinds of judgment that we are looking. And then we said, and another issue was about societal responsibilities. And I would like to applaud the Deputy Prime Minister that she said that the manipulation of mass. So on our side, it lowers the sense of morality. So if, for example, I am a professional here. Since I am a professional here, I will strip and I will twerk. So what would you say, ladies and gentlemen? Would you say that this is an art? This is an art if I will strip and I will twerk for no reason. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, for no reason, I will strip and twerk. So what would you say? It is an art? Definitely not. So this side goes on to our side, which is the negative side, because it lowers the sense of morality as for the representation of the women and after the body. Because, as I said a while ago, they said that it is as a rational person, of course, we have our dignity and morality, as we are saying. So, again, and another point is that in their societal responsibilities, there will be this general misconception of men, as I said in our point a while ago. Why would there be a general misconception of men? Of course, for example, me, I'm a male. I'm watching Miley Cyrus's performance there, and then there would come a time that, oh my God, she's so hot. I want to do this to other girls as well. Most of the women are doing it today since it's normal. So there would be a general misconception, and it would lead to what we're saying, that it is a malicious act, malicious act. And then third issue that I would talk about is whether or not beauty is only for stripping. Then our point here is that beauty, as our leader of the opposition said a while ago, she's a woman, but she's not stripping, but she has the mind. So that incorporates another beauty as well, as you would say later, sir. Then another example, I would like to point out an example here on that our leader of opposition, she is a woman, but she has the brains and beauty, but she does not show skin. So there is beauty in there, ladies and gentlemen. So what is the point of saying that they're showing skin only says the confidence about everything, about their body. So then the fourth issue that I'm going to tackle about is whether or not the viewers will be confident later on, on their body later on. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that of course I concede to the fact that whether you're fat, whether you're thin, whether you're anorexic, whether you're obese, you're beautiful. I concede to that. But as I said a while ago, there are point a while ago, ladies and gentlemen, there is this limits. There is this limits to it, and that if one does it, there is self-humiliation. If for example, the fat woman also does the performance of Miley Cyrus in public for no reason, just to get attention. So it will lower the sense of morality. We would like to point out here that we're talking about the morality as a representation for women, and that we would like to point out that this house believes that Miley Cyrus VMA performance does not encourage body positivity. Since the side of the government only showed the showing of the skin, as they presume. But of course, it's the whole performance, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at the whole performance here.
Order.
We're looking at the whole performance here, and not only the showing of the skin, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to therefore rest my case that our government, that the leader of that our side has won this debate, because due to the fact that they only showed a portion of what the debate is all about, but not the whole performance itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I finished my case.
Speaker spoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, imagine yourself in a feast. The opposition side gave you lechon and palabo, while the government side gave you tuyo and bago. Why did I say so? First, the opposition gave more arguments. So simply say, they give more ingredients and more substance on what our stand is. While on the other hand, the government side simply presented few arguments revolving only on the belief that confidence, which Miley Cyrus reflected during her performance, is important, and we should ignore what the society believes. So basically, it is low quality and low on substance, since it's few arguments. Next, our arguments are more tasty than their arguments. Simply because it is more substantiated, and as I said a while ago, we have more arguments. We have more ingredients to add on our stand. Well, their side is very salty because it's tuyo in Baguio. Why did I say so? Because they only presented a small portion of what could have been presented by their side. Because they are not looking at the general situation of what is really happening in the motion of the debate. Next, our side of the House has firm argumentations because we have been consistent in saying that Miley Cyrus VMA performance does not encourage body positivity, and we have presented more arguments, as I said a while ago. Well, the government side have weak argumentations because not every arguments are supported, and those arguments, if there are very lost and not connected to each other. Next, we delivered a more eloquent speech, or we delivered more confidence in giving our points. Well, this side of the House seems to be doubting on their stand in this motion, ladies and gentlemen. And we delivered our speech on the accepted time of the debate. Well, two of the speakers of the government side delivered their speeches under time. So, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, our opposition whip just clarified our stand in this debate, while the government whip actually presented new arguments, which is something wrong in the debate. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end my reply speech by saying that the opposition clearly wins this debate. Thank you.
You're here.
Thank you. Now let's call on the affirmative reply.
Here.
We ordered the opposition an omelette. Yet, they gave us lechon. It may be extravagant, it may be tasty, but that's not what we ordered and instructed them. They went beyond their parameters. You said we were under time. Yes, the first two speakers of course, are under time. Yes, but we had stated our arguments clearly, and with our whip, he clarified everything more. We had teamwork in a sense, though there were other points that you wanted to raise, we didn't accept. Yeah, we raised some points, all of them were denied, most likely. We had coherence in the fact that if one speaker, the first speaker, was able to deliver important details, the next one is able to deliver what is supposed to be said. Our setup was already stayed there, yet we didn't follow it. Mechanics, we may have merely substantialized some, but substantialization of certain things is not good also. That's why we chose things that we should expound. You had bad points in a sense. One of the bad points were, from the start, you didn't see through what we wanted to display here. I stated that you didn't accept our points of information would mean that you don't want it to be wrecked in a sense. We accepted at least one of them, at least we did accept. So, morality. You keep on mentioning about morality. Yes, we have Miley Cyrus here. Miley Cyrus and strippings. So the fact that it's not just coincidence, though. Probably, maybe yes, 50-50. It's just that morality isn't of context in this debate. We are pertaining to Miley Cyrus' performance, and so-called body positivity is in the terms of confidence. But this confidence doesn't fall always on morality in terms. The debate doesn't lie always on moralities. For that, we have teamwork, coherence, our setup was good, mechanics, we expounded certain factors, we had bad points, not denying our points of information, morality. And for that, clearly, there are both sides of a coin. Both sides. It may land on the other side or the other, or it may never land at all. But in this debate, clearly, we need to choose. And not all 9 adjudicators. It's all up to you now to decide which one really should win this debate.
We invite volunteers across. So the first runner-up for best speaker was actually the government whip with 18 votes. The second runner-up for best speaker was the leader of the opposition with 13 votes. And the best speaker for this debate was the opposition with 13 votes. Congratulations. I think all of you did a pretty good job, considering that most of you are beginners when it comes to debate. I appreciated the fact that you presented arguments as well as to the best of your ability, and that you attempted to engage on both sides. For this debate, it was actually a split decision between the edges as well. Out of 7 edges, the vote was split 2-5, with the win going to the negative side. So, congratulations to the long-standing champ. Okay, so let's move on to the oral argument debate. So, this issue is actually something that deserves a lot of contextualization before you can properly ground your arguments. Actually, the adjudicators who voted for the affirmative side gave the win to the affirmative initially because they thought that they started off with good standards and had given a working definition of what body positiveness was. The points they had given against the negative side for the win in this debate was that they hadn't adhered to the standards given by the affirmative side when it comes to body positivity. Now, the adjudicators who voted for the negative side when it comes to the win talked about the the argument, how well the arguments were presented, and the volume, not volume, the quantity of arguments raised. If we look at it at a point at an issue by issue basis, the issues raised by the negative side would involve things like does nudity have artistic merit? What is a performer's societal obligations when it comes to dignity and morality? Does Miley Cyrus's performance encourage sexualization of women? And they also talked about morality. To be fair to the affirmative side, the argument against morality that the negative side presented was shut down very effectively, in fact. They also gave rebuttals about whether Miley Cyrus's performance encouraged sexualization of women. The main thing that gave the win was how well developed the arguments were. So if you think about it, one way you could have done better for the negative side is because the points you were trying to raise, the examples you gave was that Miley Cyrus's origin story, if you think about was that she came from Disney, so she had a very wholesome image, right? And then she eventually started moving to a more, she wanted to be taken as someone more mature, which is why she started presenting herself in a more sexualized or aggressive manner. Now, one way you could have argued your issues better would be, if you're talking about body positivity, the fact that her VMA performance garnered negative feedback for her is actually a point against body positivity. Because here you have a person who used to be taken as somebody wholesome and had younger girls as fans. If they were still fans of her when she moved to a more mature image, seeing her being criticized for showing her more sexual side would have an impact on how young girls view their own sexuality. You get that, I mean? So it's not, the way she presented herself during the VMA would actually backfire on her, because instead of encouraging girls to become more positive by being comfortable in their own skin, they would realize that if they showed skin, or if they showed overt behaviors against, overt sexual behaviors, then you'd actually have people criticizing you. You get that, I mean? For the affirmative side, I appreciated that you started talking about society's conventional standards of beauty and how body positivity is about being more confident in your own body. But I felt that it could have been more grounded when it comes to how that display of skin would automatically lead to body positivity, or other people being more comfortable about displaying their own body. Just because Miley Cyrus is comfortable about showing her own skin doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else that will be watching her will be doing the same thing, especially since she received criticism for the fact that she was displaying her own skin. You get what I mean? A way you could have presented it would be something like, so if you're still going to argue about her being conventionally attractive, she received criticism because while she was considered as conventionally attractive, the way she dressed up for that event was considered as tacky or vulgar, right? That's what she received criticism for. Then you can say that the fact that she received criticism for it, and that she still went through with the performance and defended her performance to the media who criticized her, is in fact celebrating body positivity. Because here is someone who is still displaying confidence when it comes to criticism by the media. Then that's how you can show na even if you're somebody who society doesn't consider as conventionally attractive, like you're fat or you're not conventionally beautiful, then you still have something to be proud of despite society saying otherwise. You get that? Okay. Having said those points, would anybody in the adjudicating panel like to share their reasons for the debate? Perfecto, I know that you have a lot of opinions.
We can take it separately now. Madami.
Okay, so if you'd like to receive oral adjudication from any of the adjudication panel, please feel free to approach us, because I think most of us have very detailed notes when it came to speaker conformance. So if there are points there's points you'd like to clarify on, please feel free to approach any of them. Having said all of those things, thank you for participating in this.
Here.
I'd like to invite both teams to join the Science Debate organization. Additionally, the winners for SDC are invited to perform
In the VMA.
In a VMA performance to encourage body positivity. Traditionally, the winners or the champions or even the finalists of SDC are invited to the science debating team to somehow be representing the College of Science for the university-wide debate competition. This is the first step for the USD-wide debate competition titled Dialectics. So we are now searching for those prospects or those who would be competing for the College of Science varsity debating team. So it's more of, this is the time for you to shine and represent your own college, not just your own sections.
I'd just like to say that SDC is actually a good starting point if you really want to make a career out of debating. I started in SDC and I eventually joined the International Debaters Council, which which opened up more opportunities for me to debate on both a national and international level. So when I joined SDC and trained with the other science debate members, I was able to gain enough skills to be able to adjudicate and debate in the Philippines Inquirer's debate competition, for LaSalle IBs, for Asians University debate competition. So that's something that would really help you in terms of what you want to do in your future career, because being able to articulate yourself well and present convincing arguments is something that you would take with you for the rest of your life. And the confidence you get in being able to express yourself well will help you in whatever career you decide to choose in the future. Sorry. We'd also like to invite you to join us for training later. The alumni are going to be yeah. Training again. The alumni are staying to train the SDC newbies, but since we are also considering you to be part of the competing team for the electrics, if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. Mostly the agenda would be training when it comes to how to become a better
I think you guys are doing a demo debate.
Yeah, we're also going to do a demo debate. So if you want to see us suffer the same way you did, then I'd invite you to watch the performance. The performance. If you want to come up with your own motions that you want us to debate on, that's fine as well.
So congrats to both teams.
Congrats to both teams.